Did you know that tens of thousands of Canadians are now calling the US their new home? Whether it's for sun, work, family, or just a change of scenery, more and more Canadians are settling in American states, and the numbers might just shock you. From the beaches of California to the snowbird havens of Florida, some US states are seeing a huge surge in Canadian residents. In this video, we're diving into the top 10 US states where Canadians are taking over. Stick around till the end because number 1 might surprise you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone curious about cross-border life. Let's get started. Number 10, Arizona. Did you know that over 15,926 Canadians now call Arizona their home in the US? That's right. This warm, sunny state has become a favorite for those escaping Canada's cold winters. With its dry desert climate and famous retirement communities like those in Scottsdale and Mesa, Arizona, feels like a year-round vacation for many. Canadian snowbirds have been flocking here for years, but since 2023, the number of permanent Canadian residents has grown rapidly, now accounting for over 3.4% of Arizona's foreign-born population. Why is that? Well, the low cost of living, access to top-notch golf courses, and affordable housing options make it a dream destination. Many retirees and remote workers see Arizona as a peaceful, slow-paced alternative to the busier coastal states. Cities like Phoenix and Tucson are filled with Canadian-run businesses, cultural centers, and even hockey clubs. Healthcare access, although private, is still more affordable than in some other states, which also attracts older Canadians. Arizona's charm is hard to resist, and for nearly 16,000 Canadians, it's become more than a holiday spot. It's home. Number 9, Washington State. In 2024, Washington State recorded about 19,800 Canadian residents living across cities like Seattle, Bellingham, and Spokane. That's around 4.6% of all foreign nationals living in the Evergreen State. What makes Washington so attractive to Canadians? It starts with its location, right next to British Columbia. Many Vancouverites hop across the border for better housing prices, strong job opportunities, or just to be close to family while enjoying a different lifestyle. Beyond proximity, Washington has a strong economy powered by tech giants like Microsoft and Amazon. This appeals to Canadian tech workers and entrepreneurs looking for high salaries and innovation hubs. As of 2023, a growing number of Canadian professionals have been drawn into Seattle's booming job market, with some estimating over 7,000 Canadians in the greater Seattle area alone. The mild climate, excellent healthcare options, and nature-rich environment also appeal to retirees and families alike. For those missing Canada, BC is just a few hours away. With so many similarities in culture and scenery, many Canadians don't feel too far from home when living in Washington. Number 8, Pennsylvania. With 21,500 Canadians currently residing in Pennsylvania as of 2024, it may come as a surprise that this East Coast state is a top 10 pick. That's about 3.9% of all foreign-born residents in the state. While Pennsylvania may not be the first place you associate with Canadian migration, it offers several under-the-radar benefits. Philadelphia and Pittsburgh are growing cities with affordable housing, excellent healthcare systems, and job opportunities in education, healthcare, and manufacturing. These cities have welcomed thousands of Canadians over the years, especially since 2021, when Canadian migration patterns started shifting toward more affordable and culturally rich U.S. cities. For families and professionals, Pennsylvania offers a mix of urban convenience and rural tranquility. It's also home to over 60 colleges and universities, which is a draw for Canadian students and faculty. Plus, its proximity to other major U.S. cities like New York and Washington, D.C. means residents get the best of both worlds. Peace and opportunity. Canadians here enjoy tight-knit communities and a warm sense of belonging in smaller cities and towns. Pennsylvania may be a hidden gem, but it's shining bright for thousands of Canadian newcomers. Number 7, Illinois. Illinois, especially the Chicago area, is now home to about 23,454 Canadians, making up roughly 4.1% of all foreign-born people in the state as of 2024. Chicago, the third largest city in the U.S., is the heart of this migration trend. But what's pulling so many Canadians to the Windy City and beyond? The answer lies in opportunity. Illinois boasts one of the largest and most diverse economies in the country, with strong industries in finance, tech, education, and healthcare. Many Canadians have moved here for higher-paying jobs and better career growth. In 2022, a noticeable uptick in Canadian professionals moving into Chicago's finance and tech sectors was recorded. For students, the University of Chicago and Northwestern University attract hundreds of Canadians annually. Retirees love the balance between city life and the peaceful suburbs. Even though the winters can be harsh, the cultural richness, from jazz to sports to deep dish pizza, makes up for it. The cost of living is manageable compared to cities like New York or San Francisco, and with direct flights to Toronto and Montreal, Illinois offers both convenience and comfort for the growing Canadian population. Number 6. Texas might not seem like a top pick for Canadians, but as of 2024, around 30,739 Canadians live in the Lone Star State. That's a big jump from just a decade ago, now making up nearly 4.8% of all foreign residents in Texas. Why is Texas drawing in Canadians in such large numbers? One big reason is jobs. Texas has no state income tax, a booming economy, and lots of jobs in oil, healthcare, engineering, and tech. Cities like Austin, Dallas, and Houston have seen the biggest increases. In fact, Austin alone added over 5,000 Canadian residents between 2021 and 2024 thanks to its booming tech sector and relaxed lifestyle. Another pull is real estate. Housing prices in many parts of Texas are still affordable compared to most Canadian cities. Add in sunny weather and wide open spaces, and it's no wonder families and retirees are making the move. Canadians in Texas are forming close-knit communities, often centered around professional networks, religious groups, or even hockey leagues. From cowboy boots to tech meetups, Canadians are finding their place deep in the heart of Texas. Number 5, New York. New York isn't just the city that never sleeps. It's also home to over 35,450 Canadians as of 2024. That number might shock you, but it makes sense. Why? Because New York offers everything, from Wall Street finance jobs to Broadway dreams to top universities like Columbia and New York University. Canadians have been moving to the Empire State steadily over the years, with a rise of nearly 12% in the last decade alone. Many are professionals who've moved for work opportunities, while others are students or retirees who love being close to home but still want the American experience. Since New York is just a short flight or even a drive from Ontario and Quebec, it's incredibly accessible. And don't forget, New York has one of the most diverse populations in the US, making it easier for Canadians to blend in, find communities, and feel welcome. As housing costs and competition grow in major Canadian cities, some Canadians are finding New York's energy and opportunity irresistible despite the high cost of living. Still, New York remains a magnet for ambitious Canadians chasing big dreams in the US. Number 4, Michigan. With 34,100 Canadians calling Michigan home in 2024, this state has become a surprising but strong favorite. But why Michigan? It's all about location and legacy. Michigan borders Ontario, and cities like Detroit and Windsor are just a bridge apart. Over the years, Canadians have moved here for work in industries like auto manufacturing, engineering, and healthcare. The state also has a lower cost of living compared to big Canadian cities like Toronto or Vancouver. In fact, the cost of housing in Michigan is nearly 40% lower than in Ontario, attracting families looking for more space and affordability. Canadians make up a growing part of border town economies. Some even live in Canada and commute to Michigan daily, yes, across the border, but for many, the move is permanent. Since 2015, the number of Canadians settling in Michigan has jumped by 15%, making it a key U.S. destination. The friendly Midwestern culture, strong job market, and close family ties across the border all play a role. Michigan isn't just a neighbor, it's becoming home for thousands of Canadians who want the best of both worlds. Number 3. Massachusetts might not be the first state that comes to mind, but as of 2024, it has attracted a whopping 38,109 Canadians. That's up from 34,800 in 2020, an increase of over 9.5% in just 4 years. What's pulling Canadians in? For starters, Boston is a hub for education, healthcare, and biotech industries. Top universities like Harvard and MIT attract students and professors from Canada, while the booming tech and medical scenes offer top-tier jobs for skilled professionals. Massachusetts also boasts one of the highest median household incomes in the U.S., sitting at around $94.49 as of 2023. For Canadians looking for better paying roles in research or medicine, this is gold. And while the cost of living is high, many Canadians are willing to trade that for the career growth and world-class institutions available. Another reason? Massachusetts has a rich history and a progressive mindset, something that many Canadians find familiar and comforting. Whether it's for school, science, or stability, Massachusetts is quietly becoming a go-to state for Canadian transplants who want more than just sunshine, they want substance. Number 2, Florida. Florida isn't just a vacation hotspot, it's the second most popular state for Canadians, with a jaw-dropping 109,132 Canadian residents in 2024. That's nearly 14% of all Canadians living in the South. Why are so many heading south? Simple: sunshine, no state income tax, and a relaxed lifestyle. Florida has long been a favorite for snowbirds, older Canadians who spend winters in places like Miami, Tampa, and Fort Lauderdale. But over the years, many have made the move permanent. The cost of living in parts of Florida is much lower than in Canadian cities like Vancouver or Montreal. Plus, healthcare for retirees and quality senior communities are easily accessible. Since 2010, the number of Canadians in Florida has risen steadily, growing by nearly 30% in 15 years. It's not just retirees anymore either. Young families and professionals are starting to call Florida home, drawn by job opportunities in tourism, real estate, and tech. From the palm trees to the peaceful beaches, Florida offers a warm welcome to those who are tired of Canadian winters and looking for a fresh start in the sun. Number 1, California. Topping the list is California, with a staggering 127,477 Canadians living there as of 2024. That's over 16% of all Canadians who have moved to the US. But what's so special about California? Pretty much everything. From Hollywood to Silicon Valley, California offers a lifestyle that blends opportunity, diversity, and natural beauty. Tech workers from Toronto and Vancouver are flocking to San Francisco, while creatives and entertainers are making their mark in Los Angeles. In fact, the Canadian population in California has grown by nearly 11% since 2018, showing that the dream of the Golden State is still alive. The state's GDP ranks as the 5th largest economy in the world, which means tons of career opportunities. And while the cost of living is steep, housing in California can be double what it is in Canadian provinces. Many still make the leap. Why? Better weather, better pay, and a culture that supports innovation and creativity. Plus, Canadians often find it easy to fit in thanks to California's welcoming and diverse population. Whether it's tech, film, or freedom, California continues to be the #1 U.S. destination for Canadians chasing success and sunshine. So there you have it, the top 10 U.S. states now filled with Canadians. From sunny beaches to booming tech hubs, our neighbors from the north are settling in fast. If this list surprised you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to see it. Thanks for watching.